tell my story. I can tell it all about a mountain boy who had illegal alcohol.
I'm Myles Connor, America's rock and roll outlaw.
This is the true story of Myles Connor. His ancestors arrived in New England on the Mayflower. He is a member of Mensa, the Society for Geniuses. As an early rock and roller, he helped define the rock and roll business on the East Coast. He played with artists ranging from Roy Orbison to the Beach Boys. He was one of the first rockers in New England to land a record deal. Musicians from all around America clamored to play with him. He was perhaps Boston's first rock star. Myles Connor gained even more fame as one of the most notorious criminals in U.S. history. He derailed his music career at most every opportunity because of his criminal activities. He was involved in highly publicized trials for crimes that he committed and for many that he didn't commit. He has spent more than 20 years of his life in prison. He was falsely convicted of double murder and later exonerated. Today, Myles Connor struggles to reclaim his largely forgotten rock and roll legacy.
Myles Connor is the most talented, all-around talented man I've ever worked with in my life.
Myles Connor was Boston's first rock star.
And if you think you can, whatever you do, boy, don't get caught with that Rembrandt. And there was thunder.
Myles was the first band, Myles and the Wild Ones, the first band I ever saw. First rock and roll band. It was at Whitman Town Hall. I fell in love. I thought this is great. Rock and roll, cool. I better get a saxophone.
Myles Connor is a dangerous psychopath and a violent man. He's also brilliant, which makes him even more dangerous.
Myles played there too, at the Tiger Tail too. All the places are good for a beer and a beating, we used to call it.
And he took every goddamn gun he could find, muskets, guns, and he put them in these big Chinese vases and took them all. That was his first robbery thing.
It was a bag with about $75,000 cash in it. And so I had just robbed some bank somewhere and came with a bag and then played the gig that night.
He was living a precarious double life. He was a highly visible, working rock and roll performer. He was also becoming more ambitious as a criminal.
Myles Connor will always look for the edge in everything he does. He's calculating. He can be very personal and charming. But watch out. He's a step ahead of everyone.
So myself and producer Bruce got together and wrote a song and applied it to Myles' life with a little bit of a comic touch to it.
I'm on the run. I'm on the run. The classic breaks. Tumblers click. The ball swings open. I'll take my pick. I'm grateful for this chance because it's not often you get a second chance. You know, it's something to be extremely grateful for.
Myles, Scott, and New England blues veterans the Vipers convened at Newcastle Sound Studios in East Bay, Rhode Island. They were going to create the first new Myles Connor recordings in 40 years.
I used to think that heists were fun. Then I got caught. Now I'm on the run. I'm really happy to be playing rock and roll again. I don't know what will become of it, but they can't lock me up from playing rock and roll.
Can Myles keep the demons at bay for long enough to complete this chapter of his story?
What I want, I takes for free. The state police, they don't scare me. I'm on the run. I'm on the run. I'm on the run. The windows break, the tumblers click.